Oh, hi there. It's Thursday and time for another Shogi Club 24 stream, everything. It hasn't been great here lately. It's the games are up and down. They're strangely unsatisfying. Lots of weird stuff going on, but I'm going to continue to try. It is the source, the place where it seems easiest to get nice timed games. uh, dot dot dot. But anyway, let's just do it. I'm going to start looking for a game. You know, it is tough now, 255 players. This number I think will drop as the time goes on, but we're usually able to get some games. Let me just see on these shogi if there is anything. There's a weekly rapid arena for 2 hours and 20 minutes going. That's always an option, but it's rapid. It's 10:15. 10:15 is not really what I'm looking for. There's a user named Magic Treehouse from Pennsylvania. Hey, it's Ian Cannon. Nice to see you. You went 2-1 yesterday with a dumb loss. Well, the dumb losses are that's a feature of shogi. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Well done though on the victories. Thank you to the Says Show who followed 5 hours ago. There's always this possibility of a sack. I'm playing an experienced player here. They know what to do. Let's revisit. Let's re-examine here. So I think the fear right now, or the concern, is the silver drop, because I can no longer come up. You know, I can get my silver here, but then the silver drop over here wins this pawn and sort of threatens me. But maybe that's fine. Maybe that's fine. I'm tempted to bring this up. That was stupid. That was pointless. That was pointless. So I think we've seen before that that the edge attack becomes pretty good. Can I make a threat? I don't think so. You know, it would have been nice to make a threat so that I can get this Waryuchi. Yeah. Push this pawn. Big threat right here. If I take with the horse. You know, a horse back there is very annoying to deal with. Where are his drops coming from? Yeah, this is guarded by the bishop drop is ooh. Now we get the fork. But will that fork will not, yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Tari, scratch the post. So I take, he has to take with the silver. Then I drop the gold. So I take with the silver. I take with the silver. He takes with the silver. I drop the gold. Take with the silver. He takes with the silver. I drop the gold. He drops the gold back here. No. I take the silver. He takes with the silver. What can I think dropping the gold is going to lose the horse. Because he drops a gold. I take, gold, gold. Take. Take. Gold drop. Gold drop. Take the silver. He takes with this gold. Can't see it. Take, gold, gold. So there's a silver. There are two golds. I take this gold. Hey, Koshiro, nice to see you. Hi, Foradun. I'll get to your questions in a second here, Cyan Cannon. Trying to find a way to get this gold up here so I can the gold. So what about if I drop the gold, he drops. Oh, if I drop the gold, he takes, I take, and now I have my gold. He drops again, so it's the same deal. I take. Oh, and if he takes, I take, and I'm good. Okay, I like that. I think I like that. So let's do it this way when we'll drop the gold. Oh, the site for the Kifus of Shogi Wars. I will just briefly copy my URL in here. Update the query. Update the query with your username. I think it is case sensitive. Oh, you pulled it. ShogiExplained. Sorry. Okay. Looking back at that loss, you were down -60, had a mate and 11 against you. Came back. Shogi is a game of comebacks. Smart players have said this before. So just revisiting this now. Just revisiting. Do I have, like, if I take the king takes, and then I can drop a silver, and then he takes, and I promote. That's giving up too much. That's giving up too much. So I drop the gold, he drops the gold, I take, this gold has to take, and now I don't want to escape. I don't want to escape out. Oh boy. Okay. This is different now. This is not what I expected. Oh, he didn't have the gold. He didn't have the gold. So I take. How do I get this rook in? How do I get this rook in? Take, silver. So take. He can't take with the gold, so he has to take with the silver. Take. I take the silver. He takes the silver. I drop the silver, which is check. I drop the silver, which is check. The gold can't take because it's mate. So the king has to run. Take. Wait. No, take. I drop the silver. He takes back with the silver. He takes back with the silver. Can I attack the edge? Attack the edge. What about the edge? What about the edge? So if he's going to be dropping a bishop or something here. So what if I drop if I do this? I push the pawn. He takes. I drop the pawn. He takes. Okay. Push the pawn. He takes. I drop the pawn. He takes. I drop the silver. He takes. I take. Silver takes. He takes. Or gold takes. I promote. All right, let's do that. Todovsky, greetings. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid. Oh, actually, so I think I can sacrifice it in two ways. In this way, it lets him come back. It lets him come back. If I do it this way, it does not. He has to take, because if he comes back, I take with the silver, gold takes, and then dragon. Or do I take one of these silvers first? I take the silver. He has to take with the silver. Well, I mean, he could take with the rook, but that's a different problem. So I take that. He takes with the silver. I feel like I bungled this. I think this is still good. I think this is still good, but I feel like, did I have to do this? Did I have to do this? Okay. All right. All right. All right. Transport, nice to see you. All right. All right. So he's playing Bishop Supremacy. Yeah. Yeah. So I take, if the silver takes, then I drop the silver here. But so the rook is going to take. The rook is going to take. And then what can I do? Then what can I do? What can I do?
これより一手、60秒の秒読みに入ります。
What if I drop a pawn? Nah. What if I drop, if I take a gold? I take a gold? No, because the rook takes. Then the silver drop. No.
30秒。
Silver drop.
30秒。40秒。
It's going to be tough. I think it's going to be very tough here. I think it's going to be very tough. Is there a threat? Is there a threat other than taking?
30秒。
He takes, I come up, he takes, I take.
40秒。
Knight? Do I drop the knight?
30秒。40秒。
Do I get the lance? Knight drop. Or I take the pawn, he takes, I drop the pawn.
30秒
No.
40秒 50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7。
So the knight. Drop the knight. Wow. I like that. So there's so many ways to take. Like if he takes a knight, I think do I take the horse? I don't think so. Do I take this pawn?
30秒
Do I drop the
40
pawn?
秒
No, because the knight can take.
50秒 1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Yeah. So if he drops the bishop, what am I going to do? Oh. Do I have mate? Take. Take. Take.
30秒。
Take. Take. And that's mate. Yes.
40秒。
Take. Right? Arigatou gozaimashita. Okay. Nothing like Shogi Club 24 games. Hey, Nightwalker. Yloigh, good to see you. Hello, hello. Oh, boy, my heart. My heart. Oh, we got a lot of good discussion. Okay. Do you know what time Shogi Wars resets every day? I think it's 10 a.m. Pacific, at least right now. I think it's 10 a.m. Or is it 11 a.m. right now? It's either 10 or 11 a.m. Pacific, depending on the time zone. Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy! So we've got stuff to review. Whoa! Outside of like Shogi Wars 3-minute games, I think this is the only site where my games do this. I don't know if it's the experience level of the opponents, where they're just craftier. So let's add this to a study here. Switch the scene. Shogi Club 24. Okay, so we're here. Pawn drop 2-4 instead of gold drop 5-2. Pawn drop 2-4 instead of gold drop 5-2. I'm trying to visualize that scene. So they had a gold on 3-2. They had a silver on 5-2. The king was on 2-2. The pawn was on 2-3. Empty square on 3-3. My rook was looking at 2-3. Would this entail a sack? A sack of the rook? I'm in case anyone's wondering, I'm trying to work on my visualization. So when someone gives a move, I'm trying to visualize the board. I'm trying to visualize the board and then visualize the follow-ups as just another way of trying to work on my visualization. I'm sort of doing this when I'm watching shogi videos a little bit too, where I sort of I'm watching, and then I close my eyes, or I look away, and I'm thinking about what to do. They're not my games. They're just a game I'm watching, but I'm working on that. Okay. Okay, so visualization rise, I was correct with the position. Which already feels like a major victory for me. Whose line is it? Whose line is it anyway? It was a classic. Oh boy. Yeah, the points don't matter. Wait, is that a reference to Shogi Club 24 where the points don't matter? Greg props? Or is it Proops? Is it Proops or is it props? You're saying he's underrated. You think any of them are underrated? They're all rated pretty highly, but maybe. A three-headed Broadway star. I don't remember that one. Oh man. You say most was kind of dull. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe if I go back, I'd agree with it. I'm not sure, but it did have many exceptional moments. Would you like some? Okay. All right. So we're more talking about Colin Mockery. Colin Mockery was always great. Love Colin Mockery. All right. All right. So my thinking here was, we do this. He takes. I can't take because he's just going to redrop the pawn. So I think I take here, or I drop the pawn here. Obviously he cannot. He well, not obviously, but I think he can't take because I come up with this. And then do we have a mate? Do we have a mate here? Do we have a mate here? Or do I just take this gold or this silver? Against the edge pawn. Edge king pushed the edge pawn. But if the king does take, the king does take. I don't see that. King takes drop again. I in this situation, I think I would do this. He can't go back because I get the gold drop. So he takes. This seems very difficult for the opponent. Yeah. Yeah, this has to be good. So if he comes up, well, then it's gold drop. Then it's gold drop. Forward. Gold drop. He runs, take the silver. No, I can't take the silver because the... Oof, boy. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's revisit this. Oops. All right. Are you there, Kosher? Are you there? I'm considering taking the next best thing to Koshiro, and that's flipping on the engine. All right. So we drop. You know, as expected, the pawn drop is the best. My move isn't terrible. Take, drop the pawn again, as we suspected. King takes. As Sodowski expected, drop the pawn again. Let's say they take. And it is drop that silver. And now we get in here and what was I saying? What was I saying is it the knight? I was saying knight. And we get the gold. He runs, we get the gold. Oh. Wait, what? And we just take it. So there's no mate. There's no mate. It's just really good. And you know, he really can't take, I suppose, because we're gonna. Okay. Wow. 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 Yeah, keep dropping the shape. Yeah, there's no mate. I mean, there is mate. It's mate. It was mate in 20 something before, and obviously, I think it's not Sume. It might. Three, 2, 5, 1. Yeah, it's not Sume, but it's my king is incredibly safe. So how so how does one visualize this? I guess it's probably in much the same way that I saw the eventual mate. It's the same general idea. Like if he takes here, it is just the 3-2. Yeah. He goes over and okay, I speculated either the edge attack or these golds. But it's even more dramatic. It's even more dramatic. Those are fine. Those are both totally fine. But it is even more dramatic. Oh, that's I don't even need to take. I could just take with the gold. Drop the gold. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, as we sort of said, that's why he had to take that king earlier. That same idea from the other pawn drop. Huh. Evaluate, find targets, look for candidate moves. I don't think my horizon is far enough to make that 2-4 yet. Maybe I'm just looking again for too many concrete things, and maybe I have to be. This is something I Dream of Shogi has said. Hey, Emperor X. Hey, Dim. Nice to see you. You got your rating yesterday. Nice, nice. So you solidified on your rating for 10 second, I assume. Was it 10 second or is it 10 minute? You know, the thing I Dream of Shogi said, like would say a lot, which is you make this move without calculating. I'm just not there yet. I don't trust in my visualization enough to be able to make a move without calculating. Yeah, it's a chicken and the egg in some way. Where I need to be able to say, I need to be able to evaluate 6 or 7 moves down the line how the board is going to look, and is it great for me? You know, is it better than the position I currently have? Or, you know, is it... Yeah. Yeah, it's a tough problem. Attack in the front and behind at the same time. You'd even sack the rook in the pawn 2-4 line. Okay, so that's what I was thinking you probably meant. Is sacking that rook. Yeah, how do I... Yeah. It's that boy, that's so tough. It's so tough. It's you know, I have my precious. I have my precious in my hand. You know, my precious is this win that I've worked that I feel like I deserve. You know, I feel like I've worked so hard to build this position, which in my brain is a winning position. But it's possible that it's only a winning position because of doing these other ideas, but it doesn't matter. My brain is considering, and I don't want to give it up. So I'm grasping it so tight that I just sometimes crack it. So what was the big advantage in the opening for the opponent? What was this? What did I mess up here? Move 48 and then move 50? Oh! Oh my goodness. Yeah, that's a free silver. That's a free silver. I don't even need the engine to tell me that. You know, looking at the board with a fresh perspective. I'll double check it though. Yeah, okay. Three, just, yeah, that is it. Ah. Wow. Wow. Huh. Okay. Still make those moves. Still make those brain farts. You know, it's not for lack. It was not for playing through the motions. It was not. It's not because I was playing just. I was not going through the motions in this one, like I often will. I was considering that the king was over here. I just wasn't fully visualizing. I wasn't fully visualizing the meaning of what this is. Because partly because I was thinking about how one of those players in the Shogi arena edge attacked me so heavily. It was Spinal Tap Chess. Spinal Tap Chess, once I got my king over to 2/2, edge attacked me mercilessly. And so I was trying to think about that. PGA, attack the center instead of bishop 5/7. Where's bishop 5/7? My key bindings aren't moving. Come on, Lee Shogi. So attack the center, meaning take this guy back, take him back maybe, and then get the rook over. Or did I do that even earlier? Yeah, I did that earlier. Okay, so attack the center here. I just give up on... Wait, but this is bread and butter stuff, right? Is this how the opponent got his advantage? You know, I was worried about this silver drop. That's why I didn't do this. You know, the engine is saying this. Then number one and slow right behind number two. So I mean, no 1Q. I would not say 1Q is beginner. I would say 1Q is a very strong player, especially if you've been playing for 1 month. 1Q is very strong. I'm closing in on Shogi Wars. That's closing in on the 50% mark of all players. So you should be proud of that. I think that's really impressive. Not that my opinion matters. I guess this makes sense. It's hard for me to abandon this. Is this What am I going to do here? So you've been trying to get me to do this for months. You've been trying to get me to do this for months. Months. The king's in the center. The king's in the center and the silver spoon. Little boy blue and the man in the moon. But how do I make this work with my king stuck here? This is the magic of this move that I I just don't see what do I how is my king this I mean obviously these three pawns here are in the way of any bishop shenanigans. The key is that silver 3-3 and gold 3-2 don't defend the center. Okay. So his pieces are already committed over to this side. And now he's there. I mean, and the right knight can more easily access the center. Yeah, so once I get that silver up, my knight is coming up. Yeah. All right, let's try to play this. Let's if we get into this situation where there's the premature or not premature, where there's the early half Yagura, obviously I don't know if that's a thing. And apologies for the mispronunciation. Sigdem Nomer. Hello, welcome back. Yeah. All right. All right. Let's try to. But. So, when this happens, and I know that you have done this in the 2024 Brazilian Hayazashi Meijin tournament, you did this at least once. At least once you went over. I'm gonna rewatch that video. Let me just. I can't easily. I will shout out, but that doesn't have your YouTube channel on there. Let's get this. Taking a long time to find it. YouTube sometimes, as much as I love YouTube, it does make the people you subscribe to sometimes hard to find. Nakabisha versus early half Yagura is an 80s idea. It came back again recently in pro games. Okay. Interesting. Well, I am going to have to... Well, no. I am going to look... Well, no. I won't do it now. But I know that you have at least one video where you played Urashino Ryu and you switched to Nakabisha at that Brazilian Hayazashi Meijin tournament. So, Adim, you asked, are there any channels doing deep shogi analysis in English or maybe opening explanations? Deep is a different thing. So there is, if you're thinking about some deep analysis of pro games, there's a channel called Shogi Kingdom, which is run by one of the best, Western amateurs in the world, who happens to live out here near me. I played him once. He played static rook against my Urashino Ryu, and I think I had some really nice chances, but he crushed me because he's incredible. But there's that. There is just talking about opening ideas and tactics. This might be below your level, as at 1Q, but the person I just recently interviewed on my podcast, there's the Phoenix Shogi has a number of videos that talk about that, some openings and stuff like that. And then there is Ishikawa, the Ishikawa Pro, a professional shogi instructor, certified in Japan. He has a series that you can subscribe to on YouTube. I will get that here. Do I have? Yeah. So this, I think this course, I don't know if this will come up as, since it's members only, it's $8.99, I believe, to be able to see this. But this is Ishikawa Sensei, and there are some very deep ideas with a lot of different openings. And that's in English, as guided by Melkor, who is a very strong German player based out of Germany. European, and that is paid content. I've watched a few videos. I would say it's worth it. I would say it's worth it just to support any English content creators. Yeah, there's that. So good luck. I'm sure I'm missing some others too. But those like, I guess in terms of deep analysis, those are the ones. Although Phoenix Shogi is not deep analysis. Phoenix Shogi is showing openings in nice and bite-size videos. For that type, you could also see Shogi Harbor. You've probably already seen Shogi Harbor, so I sometimes just assume people have seen it, so I almost don't mention it. But it's great stuff as well. All right, so let's get back to Shogi Club 24. Track the win. Did I track the win?
Current streak is 1 win.
Okay. Gosh, I'm 10Q on Shogi Club 24. Ugh. Where the points don't matter. Okay, Sayabans. I believe I played Sayabans before. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu. For Ibisha player? Yeah. Let's go to the quick engage. Fourth file rook players hate this one trick. So this one's extra deadly. Because it comes with check. But that check doesn't... This one is very deadly. This one is extremely deadly, I think. He has to, he can't just come up. Like, he can bring the silver back, but if he, okay, yeah. So if he makes his move, bishop drop. Okay, so we've seen this. Do I defend with the gold? I don't recall. Do I defend with the gold? Well, there's not necessarily defending, but So we get out of the sack ideas where the bishop sacks and the knight forks. A lance drop is looking good here. I think a lance drop also in defense is usually seems to help me quite a bit. It seems to help quite a bit. Maybe this is why I should have brought the gold up here. All right. The bishop is going to be good, I think. I think the bishop is going to be good. I think I think the token should have taken here. Drop the pawn. I drop the bishop. So I could also come up. If he takes, I drop the lance. I drop the pawn. Pawn takes lance or bishop drop. He drops a pawn behind. I take, he takes, I take, Tokeen takes. And then I've got 2 rooks and a bishop. Actually, should I drop the bishop here? No, no, no. Don't like this bishop being back here. Maybe I should have brought that gold up. No, no. I think this is more challenging. I think the pawn drop is probably the best. Maybe. Or maybe just take the gold. I take, and then he takes the knight. It's gonna be hard to make attacks without, well, okay. Okay. That's fair. Okay. So that's a free piece. I take that, or I take this. I should have thought more. 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 Exactly why I should thought more. Exactly why I should have thought more. All right, let's take. I don't want to retreat. I don't want to. Wow. What? So I take, he takes, I can take here, or I can threaten this knight, this gold. He drops a rook. Or I just threaten the gold here. I threaten the gold here. No. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. All right. Drop the silver. Drop the silver. Do I have mate? I don't see it. Atari's got to go out. Okay, good girl. There you go. I'll leave it open. Do I drop the gold? Do I just take it? Do I just take? No, I can't. So if I take, he takes. I can't take the knight because the rook. So I drop the gold. I drop the gold. I drop the gold. He takes. I take. take with the dragon. If I take the knight, he drops the gold. I take, he takes, I take. He'll still have a gold, so he can drop a gold here. So I definitely want the, so if he drops a gold, I drop the knight. This is going to be an interesting one here. Drop the lance. Yeah.
"これより一手、60秒の秒読みに入ります。
Oh, nice. Nice. I'm I'm throwing. I'm throwing. I'm throwing. Yeah, I'm throwing. Nowhere but Shogi Wars. There's nowhere but Shogi Wars that this happens.
...30秒。
Looking to trap the dragon. Silver. He goes back. Gold.
30秒。
Or pawn.
40秒。
So I drop the knight. He pushes the pawn. I drop the knight. He pushes the pawn.
30秒。
I drop the knight. He pushes the pawn.
40秒。50秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8、9。
Oh. Wow. He's got it. He can't take with the knight.
$30秒。40秒。
So gold, take. Wait, gold, take.
30秒。
Huh. It's gonna go back. Now I get the silver. Yeah, the silver drop will be good. Night drop is better. Night drop. So what? How am I going to make something? I can drop a knight as well. A knight here will be nice, I think. Although he can defend it. But once I have this token up here, So if he takes that, what about the knight? I drop the knight. I drop the knight. I think I gotta make the token, right?
30秒。
If I drop the knight here, drop the knight here, is that Sumero? I can also bring the bishop, the horse up here,
30秒。
which is Sumero.
$40 秒。
Do I have Tsume? Now let's get the horse in. Let's get the horse
50
in.
秒。1、2、3。
Oh, it's not Sumero. It's not. It's because the dragon can take it. And the dragon is doing nothing. So I do bring in the knight here.
30秒。40秒。
Okay. Wow. Okay, so gold takes, rook drop. Or do I just come up
30
here with
秒。
Sumero?
40秒。
If I drop my silver, he drops the gold, or he drops the silver back here. I take, he takes, I drop the
30
gold.
秒。
Ah, that's the bishop. The bishop is there. The bishop is there. The horse is there. The horse is there. So that's not good. It's fine, though. It's fine. It's fine. You know, this the horse is protected by the or the knight is protected by the horse. So the horse takes. Okay. So if I take, the horse comes back.
30秒
So I take here. If he takes with the horse, I take the gold.
40秒
So I get 2 for 1.
50秒1、2、3、4、5
So I take the pawn, the gold. The dragon takes.
30秒
So what if I drop the silver? I drop the silver. He drops a gold. He drops a silver. He drops a silver.
$50秒
God.
$30秒 40秒
Take. 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 Gold drop.
30秒 40秒
Take. Take. I drop the gold here.
50秒1、2、3、4、5、6、7
I drop the gold here. He drops a gold there.
30秒
And I bring my bishop in.
40秒 30秒 40秒 50秒 1、2、3
Wow.
30秒
So what about a bishop? The bishop?
40秒
With a horse?
50秒 1、2、3、4、5
Maybe I should have dropped the horse. Yeah, maybe, or the knight. Maybe I should have dropped the knight. No! That's a misclick! That's a misclick! Fuck! Oh! It won't let me take it back. I wanted it here. Oh, that sucks. God, that sucks so bad. Misclick. How many misclicks do I make in a week? I need to see where my cursor was. Maybe I just bumped it before I clicked. It's hard to believe that I wasn't firmly in here. Hmm. Take, take, take. Wait. Take, 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 take.
30秒。
I've got a rook. Take,
40秒。 これより一手60秒の秒読みに入ります。
so I drop the silver, he runs down. Otherwise it's take, take. So I drop the silver, he runs down. I take the knight.
40秒。 50秒。1、2、3、4、5、6、7、8。
Take, take. So take, take, gold drop. Take, take, gold drop, he runs. Now I've got mate. Knight drop, takes, gold drop.
30秒。
Boy. These Shogi Club 24 games. Oh. Sorry for being so bad at chat in this game. Hey, Spinal Tap Chess.
30秒。
All right. Oh my gosh. Oh. That misclick. That misclick took it all out of me. I'm glad I was able to win, but that misclick. Oof. 175 moves. So I think there are going to be opportunities here. All right, so let me. I apologize for being so poor. Chess Van NC, great to see you. KIGF, great to see you too. After looking at the recording, it looked like I was right at the border of the square. I must have been like right on, and maybe I just slightly nudged, like as I went to click. Maybe I just like moved a pixel over, you know, because the button is on the left side. So maybe I gripped over to move to the left and then just slightly moved it. Surgebringer, great to see you. Hello. Sorry for being so slow to respond. And Foradun as well. Great to see you. You started listening to Thinking Fast and Slow by Daniel Kahneman today. Great so far. Very applicable to strategy games like chess and shogi. And Koshiro.
I have that book.
Oh, my wife has that book. So Koshiro is giving it the thumbs up. Foradun is giving it the thumbs up. I'll have to ask my wife if she gave it the thumbs up. She just said that she has it. So I will check that out. Thank you for the recommendation. Hey, Spinal Tap, great to see you. Zion Cannon, you say you misclicked and damn near threw your computer through a wall. There is nothing worse. There's nothing worse right now in online shogi. I think that is a horrible feeling, especially in a game where 175 move game where I feel like I've been just slowly just creeping in. I had gold drop 1-7, king takes dragon 1-9. I wonder where that is. GG, that was some weird shogi. Did I just miss some obvious things throughout? Did I just miss some very obvious things? Where's the graph? Where's the graph? Okay. Solid. Never a doubt. It was just 60 moves, 65 moves, or 60 moves of just solid grind them out shogi. That's what it was, and that's what I'm sticking to. What was this? I dropped the bishop. Okay. My plan to get rid of that gold for the bishop was not good, I guess. So I guess this was not good. Okay, so anyway, so my end game was basically perfect, you might say. You're looking at that graph, I'll bring it up again. You might say that my end game, my Yosei, if you will, is perfect. Including the misclick, I want to say. The misclick was just fine. Yes, the misclick was fine. How about that fake Nakabisha? How about that fake Nakabisha that I had going on? The Lanceabisha. Nakakyosha. That thing, once I realized that was there, that thing became a real powerhouse. Nakakyosha. All right. So anyway, let's. Slow is smooth. Smooth is fast. Hey, Capybara. I think that's one thing that we've seen in my channel. I would not say that my slow game is smooth. I would not go that far in agreeing that it's smooth. My slow game is sometimes some of my worst game. I can't believe I misclicked this. So this is what I wanted to do. So where was Foradun's gold drop 1/7 king takes? I can't, you know, it was so long. Oh, at the very end. One gap. So not this one gap, this one gap. Oh, yeah, yeah. Is there any way to run here? Oh, no, there's no way to run. No, there's no. So he has to take. Yeah. What are we doing here? Are we taken? Oh, it's okay. The engine is still on. It's mate in 22 from here. Yeah, so it is a long mate. It is a long mate, and the only way to make it long is by exposing this. And this is the idea. Okay. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. We ignore that silver. We make the one gap. Now we make the one gap here. Wow, that's tricky. Dragon can take. Oh, man. I don't know about this way. I don't know about this way, Foradun. This is... Three seven. Well, that's 3-6. We get the lance drop, but he goes to 3-7, 4-7. Lance. Yeah, it has to be Lance. Lance. No, not Lance. Rook, and then we drop the lance at a distance. Yeah, we drop the lance at a distance. Oh, we don't even need to drop it at a distance. It's all good. Okay. Foradun read that. Foradun read that straight through. You may have. I mean, you may have. I mean, that was a mate in 20 something. But maybe it's one of those where you just know it has to work. Especially at a time when I messed up with my misclick. I'm at a moment of major self-doubt. And so I'm very hesitant to sack some major pieces there. Boy, oh boy. I don't even remember the opening in this game. What was it? Wait, what game was this? Oh, and I'm not. My scene isn't even. My Lee Shogi scene is not even on. What was it? Was this was not the quick engage, was it? It was. Oh gosh, what a strange game this was. What a strange game this was. Eight. That's what I did. Oh, I didn't. Oh, this was a waste. Yeah. So if I was going to do that, I should have just come over. But 8-8 does it. 8-8 does a good job. 8-8 defends. So 8-8. Then what if he does this? Five two, not 5-1, 5-2 because it also blocks the rook. The eventual check. Eight six. How is that possible? Oh, 8-6. 9-7. Really? But what if he comes over here? What am I going to do? Oh, I just take. Ah. 8-2. Take. Promote. Either of these. God, I hate this one. No, I don't. No, because it gives me a chance, an in. We've won the dragon. We've won the dragon. Yoinks! Yoinks! Look at these moves. I mean, these are natural moves. These are natural moves. Just giving up bishops. Just natural shogi moves. And then pushing the pawn. Have I ever played correspondence shogi? Yeah, a little bit. A little bit. I don't love correspondence shogi as much as I have enjoyed chess. I mean, correspondence chess. I think, for one thing, I can keep a chess game in my head a little better than I can keep a shogi game in my head. So if I'm playing, you just won a grueling game against a 7-dan in 10 seconds, Shogi Wars. All right. Are you streaming? Are you streaming? Are you playing, or are you just playing, or are you streaming? Just playing. Okay. All right. So let's look at that one. Here we go. Let's copy this. Oh no, this is not. It's not Koshiro. It's Manakat. All right, we're getting Shogi Wars up. Checking that friends list. Shogi Wars not playing. Not playing. Shogi Wars is not happy with me. Makonata. Makonata. I don't need you, Shogi Wars. Look at these. Look at these games. Look at these wins. What does this say? Why can't I translate? Oh, this is all right, let's do this. An error has occurred. Okay. Is it still going? Phoenix SSS. Is this Phoenix Shogi? All right. I don't need you anymore, Shogi Wars. You took too long. Reishi says congrats too. Oof, oof. Atari doesn't say anything. Atari doesn't give congratulations. She may acknowledge your presence, which is the best she is going to do for you. I wish I had another camera that I could just... She's just sitting on her little thing. Actually, can I do it? Can I do it? Let's... Is this coming through? There she is. She's sitting on her little perch, licking her, grooming herself. All right, but now let's see. Now let's see if I've messed up my whole stream setup. Am I still somewhat centered? I'm still somewhat centered. Okay. I need some water. I need some water. I'm sorry. I haven't had water in like an hour or tea. I'll be right back. Tari is still grooming herself. We had that discussion yesterday of the word for teabagging or dipping. It was very disappointing to find because I was talking about what Ito N called it. Very disappointed to find. So in both of these bags, so I've got this Ito N sencha green tea and then a matcha green tea. They both call it shaking, where you shake it a certain number of times, and they show the up and down indicator. So Ito N is at least translating it as shaking. I assume there's a cooler Japanese word for it. All right. So this is Koshro's game. We'll switch to his. What is Phoenix SSS? There's no one in the United States who is at 7-dan Shogi Wars level. So I don't think this person's actually in Phoenix. But I will ask Phoenix Shogi. Okay, so let me allow Capybara's message. So we still have discussion. I see discussion about pieces. You switch back to letter pieces. Sorry, not sorry. You got way too tilted figuring out things with kanji. Yeah, try the practice mode. Great suggestion for it. I would say either trying the practice mode or playing Pyo Shogi. The Pyo Shogi bots, I say, in my opinion, in my humble, not so humble opinion, I think the Pyo Shogi bots are the best bots available for beginners. At least the best bots available for beginners that I have seen. They're pretty fun to play. The app is cute, and you have a lot of selection of pieces, 1 character, 2 character, etc., etc. The only thing I would say is that if you're on Android, I believe it's not translated. So maybe that would be a no-go. Maybe that would be a factor for you. But the iOS version is mostly translated. All the areas that you'd really generally care about. So if you don't already have a good reason to go to iOS, of which there are millions, here's another one. Shots fired at Android users. So you've been doing the trainings, which only use the kanji, but you still get them mixed up. I have mixed up. Capybara started saying I mixed up the gold and silver at a tournament 2 years ago, and you printed it out how each piece moves and stuck it on your fridge, bathroom door until you learned. That's a good suggestion. That's a really good. That's how people learn foreign languages. A lot of people learn foreign languages that way. That's great. I agree with that. One thing that I have done with what I consider to be poorly drawn kanji on pieces, what I have done before is accidentally pick up a bishop instead of a silver and vice versa. I've done that a few times, or not a few times. Maybe I've done that twice over the board, obviously, because I'm picking up pieces. I think a lot of it was also that I was so into the calculation stage that I was just barely glancing at the board, and I saw something that just looked vaguely silver-ish. I'm guessing my brain, saw the vaguely silver-ish look, and I think these pieces in particular, they're not even vague. The silver looks too much like the bishop, I think, in this one particular piece set, and it just so happens to be that piece set that I also hate. But the reason I hate it is not necessarily because of that; it's just for a lot of other reasons. I've also done the thing that I've done online a number of times, where I pick up a piece on the board. So if I have a gold in hand, and I have obviously I have a gold in my let's say I have a gold in my castle, and I have a gold in hand, and I want to go drop one of my golds in the opponent's camp. I've done this more than once online, more than once offline. I grab the piece that's on the board in my castle and then drop it in the opponent's. So it's like my brain Sometimes it's like, I'm thinking, so I'm using every single shred of shogi intelligence, SI, if you will, every single shred of shogi intelligence that I have, I'm trying to use for the shogi. So the mechanics of just picking up a piece sometimes get lost. And I know other people have done this before because I've mentioned it, I've mentioned it making fun of myself, but other people have chimed in and said they've done the same thing. Hey, Ninworld, nice to see you. Doing puzzles on Lee Shogi also helps for practicing the pieces. 100%. 100%. Yeah, in no stress situations, doing training, doing bot games, it'll work. It will work. Could just think the bird is cool? What bird? Is that a bird on the tea bag? No. Yeah, transport's response to the teabag. Hey, Killer Ducky, do Tsumego problems using kanji pieces. Yep, that's just as Ninworld was recommending. Perfect. How is YouTube showing up? Is it showing up? Yes, it is. You use the web browser, not the app. The web browser for Shogi Wars, right? So you have an iPhone. So the app is Pyo Shogi. I closed my App Store link. Shoot. Okay, so I was I had this up the other day. I had this up the other day because we were looking at this game that Kanto Dragon had recommended, and it's nice. It's nice. It just won't work on Mac OS, so I can't stream it. But this is a game you can play online. And I think there's only one time control. It's 30-second time with 10-second Fisher increment. So it is one of the few places where you can play Fisher time controls in Shogi, especially on mobile, online. As we're talking, I see that they also have these LP, whatever. They also have these pieces. But so let's see. Pyo Shogi on the App Store. Cancel. So this is Pyo Shogi. I'll paste this into Twitch chat. I'll also paste it into the YouTube chat. So this game. I use this. It also has tsume problems. It also has mating problems. And I think they're good. This is part of my weekly routine now. I don't often do Pyo Shogi tsume problems, but Sunday morning, we get there early to the coffee shop where we play Shogi every Sunday. And I drink my first cup of coffee while I'm doing Pyo Shogi problems. So, you get mate problems. It goes by days. It shows you where you solved them. So I've done 1 star and 2 stars. So the ones are 1 to 3, mate and 3. The others are 5 to 9. The 5 to 7 or 5 to 9. And then it gets harder. As you can see on here, I rarely do much more than the medium level. But there's a set of every day, and you can go back in history. You can go back in time, to go. And so the first day that it looks like I don't have one done is January 10 of 2024. So I go back, I do these. So it's got mate problems, but it also has the bots. I'd stream Pyo Shogi because this app will run on Mac OS. So I have streamed a speed run of going through the bots. So you're 4-0 with the lettered pieces. 1 and 2 today. Wait, so how can you be 1 and 2 today, but 4-0 with the lettered pieces? Also, I didn't think you were paying. Are you paying Shogi Wars? Dim, you had such a funny experience. You were playing the first league in the biggest tournament in Greece, and a friend of yours accidentally moved his white bishop to a black square. Ah, and his opponent didn't notice. And he was playing with 2 black bishops for all the game. Wow, wow. So their FIDE is 2,300 and they both missed it. That's crazy. That's great. Like sometimes you just believe your opponent and it's funny how the brain will work that way. What was the resolution there? What happened? Did they declare it a no contest? Like did they declare it a draw? My guess is that that's a draw. The Capybara, you say, you recently won a game at WOSC because your opponent forgot to turn around promoted captured piece and placed promoted silver on the board. Yes, I've seen that. I've actually never done that. He was 1Q. Such mistakes happen all the time. It's no reason to get discouraged. Yeah, it happens all the time. And, 1Q is no joke. 1Q is an experienced player. Like an experienced player who should, you quote, should know better. But it's very easy to make these sorts of mistakes, especially if you're like me, where you're just using every shred of brain power that you have on the game. Oh, so the friend won, and because the other guy didn't say something, he got the point. Oh, interesting. So he didn't bring the TD over, the tournament director. I would imagine if he would have brought the tournament director over, they would have just declared it a no contest, like draw. Your favorite illegal move was the bishop warp in a pro game. Both sides missed that it was an illegal move. That's amazing. It really is amazing because, I think of a lot of these pro players as almost visualization gods. And I still do because, like, watching chess anyway, I assume the shogi players are the same, but watching chess, plenty of players, they play blindfold chess. They play blindfold chess against many, against a simul of blindfold chess. So, when Magnus Carlsen's playing or these players are playing, yes, they're playing on the board, but they're playing in their mind. At least that's what I'm thinking. So the idea that a pro misses a bishop warp, and his opponent misses that the bishop warp happened. It's amazing. I've done a bishop warp twice. And I've done it twice. I think both times were at the San Francisco Shogi Club, and I tried to resign once I was in a good position. I think I was in a very good position, and I did the bishop warp. A bit for anyone who's not clear on what that is. It's you pick up your bishop, you move it, and then you place it in a square that's not actually in the diagonal. It's just like slightly off that diagonal, and the longer the distance, the easier it is to make that mistake. And I don't remember if I actually did it because my hands just put it in the right spot, or if my brain saw it in the wrong spot. I'm not sure. But either way, I made the move, and my opponent was like, and then I think I realized it's not like that, I think. And so I makemashita. And then someone who was watching, who was one of the leaders of the club, said, no, take, just play it, just put it down. And I did. And I ended up winning the game, but I didn't feel good about it. It doesn't, because in my mind, especially since I makemashita, like, I lose. I made the illegal move, I lose. And the opponent now, in his mind, like, he already won. So I know from my perspective, when sometimes this happens to me, my brain already kind of competitively shuts off. So it's like, I've got this win, but it doesn't feel good. No one goes away feeling satisfied, at least as far as I'm concerned. No one goes away satisfied from those kinds of wins. And that's why I would prefer just a makemashita. And then if we want to play it, like, think about it as a review, that's fine. But, because it doesn't feel so good to win those, and it doesn't feel good to lose them. The only saving grace is that I think I was in a good position. Oh, yeah, Ninroll, it's probably that these mistakes are so rare on this level that they won't notice it. Yeah, that makes sense. It's basically a 1 in a million event to happen that two 2300 level players don't notice a bishop changing colors. Yeah. Yeah, 1 in a million sounds about right. Because it seems like it would almost, I would say it would almost never happen. So anyway. You finished your last one if I want to take a look. All right, so after we look at Coach Ro's game, I'll take a look at that. You moved up to 24Q. Nice. What was that? I heard a weird sound. You played a chess game where you found out the knight moved illegally on the 4th move, but we didn't know until the end of the game. It was a drawn game. If you don't, Capybara is saying, if you don't notice a legal move and make a move, your move is illegal and your opponent can report it and get an automatic win. Wait, what? No. Is that true? I thought I could have sworn I've heard multiple people say that when if this happens at a game, like if the play has continued, then it becomes declared a drawn. It becomes a drawn game because an illegal move isn't a loss. You know, an illegal move isn't a loss. You just take it back, and maybe sometimes you get a time penalty. I think. Oh, you believe Magnus appealed and got the win? Okay, Capybara is sharing that situation. Wow. Okay. Okay, I'll have to look at that. Well, let's see. Let's see if I'm going to trust you. I'm going to trust you.
You don't want to take on c6. You prefer knights over bishops, that's I'm sure. No, he takes because it was a blunder. Now on king c6, there is bishop b5 check. King b6. It's not that... Rook takes b7 is a possibility. Where white wins the... Yeah, rook takes b7. White wins a pawn like this. It's an illegal move, knight a3. It's an... That's incredible. I mean,
wait, let's go back.
Happened?
Hold on.
What has happened?
Carlsen lost in the...
It's an... That's incredible. I mean, what has happened? What has happened with knight a3? A pawn like this. It's an illegal move.
Wait, why is it... Oh, it's an illegal move because he's in check.
That's incredible. I mean, what has happened? What has happened?
Carlsen lost in this case.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
It's double illegal.
Kiev played an illegal move.
Carlsen should stop the clock. If he plays another move, that means it's illegal. Yeah, he lost. He lost.
Really?
Yes.
So Kiev won the game like
Yes.
this, you mean?
Yes, I think.
That's incredible.
Oh my
Whoa,
God.
wait,
That's
what
really
happened?
Incredible.
Wait, what happened? They both made illegal
you don't want
moves?
to take on c6. You prefer knights over bishops, that's I'm sure. No, he takes because it was a blunder. Now on king c6, there is bishop b5 check. King b6. It's not that... Rook takes b7 is a possibility.
Hey, Viridin.
Where white wins the... Yeah, rook takes b7. White
Yeah,
wins
this is
the,
it's a fun
pawn like
shogi
this.
variant. It's played on a
It's an
smaller
illegal
board
move,
and
knight a3.
with little
It's
figurines.
That's incredible. I mean, what has happened? What has happened?
Carlsen lost in this case.
If we
I'm not
had
sure.
if we had checkerboard patterned boards, this bishop warping problem that I talked about would probably never happen or rarely happen. Tomas Lorasas made an illegal castling move in a classical game. He won the game. Afterwards, it was revealed to him that he made an illegal move. Oh, there's a funny clip on YouTube. All right, I'll look for that one. Yeah, so even the best of the best make illegal moves. It still doesn't make me feel better. It still doesn't make me or prevent me from feeling like an idiot when I do it. But maybe I should cut myself some slack. Okay, so here's the Koshiro game against Phoenix SSS. I want to see, is he going to play Murata System as Gote here? It's a start. It's a second, yeah, so it looks like it. Or no, not necessarily. That's not Murata System. This is Is this reclining silver? Is this reclining silver? Getting a Nakabisha? Okay, I was going to say, I think we're gonna get that anti Nakabisha potentially. Oh. Yeah. Okay. This. So we are getting the anti-Nakabisha opposing rook. I have been taught this by Koshiro. It has. I want to say it has never worked for me. I'm just not. I'm not good enough at shogi to be able to play something. I'm not good enough at shogi to be able to play something semi. Just. That's I'm not good enough at shogi to be able to play something that isn't my opening and I don't play often. It's so out of line with the ideas of the opening that I play. Although it's similar, I suppose, in a way to Danako, which I've played quite a bit. But the idea, I think, lends a lot more credence to that idea that in some way I am carried by my opening. So he's giving up on the opposing rook. Gangi. Nice Gangi. I think that qualifies as Gangi, right? Even though the knight is jumped. Oh, interesting. Is that a waiting move? Is that like a waiting move? It didn't work because you had pushed that static rook pawn. Yeah. So is this a waiting move? Bishop protects 4-4. That's deep. Okay. Okay. Gosh, I wish I could play like this. Are we now looking to try to go up here? Kabibara, you have an alt account on 81 Dojo because your friends know your main and stalk it before tournaments for your tactics, and you use it to test new strategies under pressure, without pressure. Really help you develop confidence while playing new openings and tactics. Well, that used to be, so Shogi Wars used to, I don't know why my arrow is drawing wrong. Shogi Wars used to sort of be that way for me until it became this meaningful rating system in my head. And so now, I'm hesitant. So now, almost like my 3 minute on Shogi Wars is kind of where I test out new openings. But now I'm a little higher level in 3 minute than I'd like to be. So it's harder to test those out. Anyway, this bishop is the counter. The counter to what he's trying to do? Ninworld saying these closed positions are very hard to play. You never see where to break through. Exactly. These closed positions are my biggest, just outright failure in Shogi. Oh, my layout is not good. My layout's not good. Sorry about that. My biggest outright just limitation, because I try to make safe moves, but inevitably I give up a draw point, or I give up a pawn push, or I give up a subtle move that my opponents seem to see so easily, but it takes me time. And quite often in the slow positions, my castle is going to be worse because I'm playing Urshino Ryu. You can play friendly games in Shogi without rating. Yeah, you definitely can. You definitely can. And I would argue that all games should be friendly. Wait, his attack is unstoppable without that bishop there? Wait, so you're trying to make a counterplay. You're saying his attack is unstoppable? What's he threatening? So let's say we just push here. That's not a bad move. All right, maybe I try new stuff on Leisho. I try new stuff. The problem is I just don't try new stuff all that much anymore because I love what I'm doing. I love my opening. Pawn 8-6, pawn takes, pawn drop 8-4. Okay, so if let's say you just do this. No, let's not say you do this. Let's say, well, whatever. So this pawn 8-6, pawn takes, pawn drop 8-4. So the idea is that you would come up here. Is something like that? Or oh, but at the pawn 8-6 timing. I see. Okay. Okay, so he did push it. He did push it. He pushed it real good. Dude. Okay. Wow. I'm not liking this. So this like, well, you're up. No, you're not up a knight. Well, you are, at least temporarily, but what is the idea here? What do you do? One cannot allow themselves to grow satisfied with their arsenal. Man starts slowly dying when he stops experiencing wonder. No, well, that's the thing. My middle games are already still insane. So all my stuff is still insane. I just... You say it's really funny with some 1Qs play better than 2 Dons. Well, maybe they got out of their opening. Maybe they made a misclick. Shogi is a hard game, and it's something that I sometimes take too much to heart. Is that it's very easy to lose a game of Shogi. It's very easy, especially with the openings I play. I'd say it's very easy to look like a fool playing Shogi. So like, you know, like if I'm out in a boot, you know, oot in a boot, as a Canadian would say, you know, you know, I don't want to look like a fool, but you know, a lot of times I do. And it's like, oh, you know, maybe is this guy only an onliner? Well, no, you know, I play better over the board. You don't see it. All right. So we're defending this now. So that I guess we're going to argue that we're up a knight right now, but I don't know how we're going to stop this. I don't know how we're going to stop this pawn. Engine liked 5-1, but I'll assume this is a misclick. So making counterplay. You're making counterplay. This is something that I don't do a great job of, is making counterplay. Ah. So assessing here, stepping back to assess. Koshiro's castle is better. Koshiro is materially up a knight, but the knight is not in hand. The knight is in an, I wouldn't say awkward spot on the board, but a semi-awkward spot on the board. The opponent has a horse and a token. No. So the material, I guess it's about even now because he also got a lance. The rook is blocked off with that pawn for now. That pawn is double protected. You know, the castle isn't as good. Yeah. All right. Moves I don't understand and never seem to understand. Oh, I guess if he takes the knight jump happens and they're both aiming here and they can't take back because the bishop. Ah, wow. Yeah. Defending, attacking the knight, attacking the bishop as well. You know, through the knight. Interesting. I'm surprised. I would have somewhat expected this. No, because I guess then a silver drop here. No, silver can't drop because then the knight would take. Oh, 4-6 is the best move. 4-6 is the best move. Slightly. They're both the same. They're both the same. They're both the same. They're both 0.6. So I'll chalk it up to a stylistic difference. What? So Koshiro made the best move here. Koshiro made the best move. Koshiro made the best move. It's not the move that I'm looking at. The move that I'm looking at is fine, but there's a big move here. And I'm not understanding it. The horse defends the gold. Oh, that's true. That's true. I didn't even see that. But this, so my move was this, which is the third best move, and it's minus 1.3 for Koshiro. But this is the move. Why is this the move? What is this doing? What is this doing? What is this doing? Oh, so this is not a free bishop. We'd still get the gold, and we get a pawn just threatening this big time. So and he can't jump. Again, he cannot jump because of the fork. So it's going to be take, something, take. Oh. The 6th rank pawn wins games. Well, I've seen enough of your games to believe you. I just almost never have my pawns up there. Maybe that's why I don't win so many games. Or I don't win so many games past the opening. These types of moves, I think I talked about these in depth when I came back from the 2025 US Shogi Championship, of how amazed I am at these high-level players who they've got pawns up here all the time. They've always got pawns on the 6th rank. They're always pushing pawns. They're always clashing pawns. It's a real advance. Never retreat in shogi, only in chess. I like it. Okay. What? Engine prefers 4-7 silver, but this is also good. I assume the engine sees some very far. But now there's a pawn drop here, right? Or a knight drop. Huh. Take the gold. Take the knight. Yeah. So what are our options? We have a knight. So knight. Because a knight could be met by a bishop. No, because the bishop would be able to be able to redrop and hit this. All right, what is the engine like? The engine does like my move. No, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. The two best moves. Two best moves are 4-5 silver and 4-5 knight. Not 3-5 knight. Okay, so 3-5 knight, no, it does not like. My move is 3-5 knight. You made some mistakes. You surely had a clean win. Yloigh, hey. Also, his horse doesn't come back to defend by recapturing bishop. Ah. So getting that horse back, yeah, would be strong. 10 seconds is tough. I mean, even this is like a very complicated position. I want to see how big a blunder my move would have been. Okay, it's about a 10, at least Shogi, it's about a 10-point blunder. No, it's climbing. Usually the engine, the more it thinks, the more it likes my very deep moves. Oh, now it's loving my deep move. The more it thinks, it's really loving it. It went from a quick analysis of -8 to now -20 at depth 17. I won't let it think anymore. But I'll just say, anyway, the number one move is -24. So my move would not have been the best. What did Koshiro do? A fine move. A fine move. A fine move, and there is only one response, although it's an obvious response. Yeah. Okay. Nice. I'm not looking at the Kifu. But I know Koshiro's not saving this rook. I know it in my bones that Koshiro is not saving this rook. Because I would save this rook. I want this rook. I don't want a token near my king. So what other moves? Knowing that we shouldn't take the rook. I don't know that we shouldn't take the rook, but I am going to say, I'm going to say, if we pretend that we know that taking the rook is, or saving the rook is bad, what are our other options? We have 2 silvers. We have a knight. 2 silvers and a knight. We've got no golds, so we can't easily shift the king around. Can we do something like this? No, it's or knight? No. I don't know what I'd do here. I mean, I know what I would do here. I would do this. I would take. But, I'm assuming that's terrible. I'm going to look. Okay, so the eval right here at the best move, which I'm still not looking at, is -33. So I am going to do this. It goes to -16. -16. All right, so I'm not losing the game, but I'm giving up a lot. But I don't see a better move, especially in 10 seconds. I think the only other move I would do might be this, but that doesn't seem good. No, I might do this. Or maybe even drop the knight here. So that I can get my token. Because the token, dropping the knight, the token comes with tempo, so it's not like, well, there's no response. I guess there's no response to this anyway. We can't take back. Oops. I accidentally hit I hate hover menus. I've said this before. I do not like hover menus. I do not like them, Sam I am. All right, so what did Koshiro do here? What did Koshiro do here? Okay, the silver. That also lets us get, with tempo that lets us get the token. But now the king can run. Right? Now the king can run, and that is what he does. Now we save the rook. Oh, no! Oh, boy. Oh boy. So my thinking was that the knight drop connects to the pawn promotion. My thinking was that the knight drop would connect to the pawn promotion, but I guess in a way that wastes the knight. But in a way, this wastes the silver. Yeah, Koshiro was only Shodan. Koshiro was only Shodan. Maybe he got to 5 Dan on Shogi Wars with Kishins. So this is interesting. The engine hates this move. It lost the winning advantage. It's still an advantage, but it lost the winning advantage. It did. So minus 33 is saving the rook. Other options were oh no, the number one move now with more thinking is dropping the knight here. Blocking the horse. Blocking the horse and Sumero. Sumero threat. Is pawn drop 5-7. Pawn drop 5-7 is the third best move. Pawn drop 5-7 is the third best. Interesting. 10-second games are brutal. Okay, so this happened. Okay. Two very difficult only moves. An only move is usually one move, but there are two only moves. I think one of them more difficult to see than the other. The best move for the opponent is lance drop on the king's head. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. With more thinking, no, it isn't. No, it isn't. It just dropped like a rock. It went from minus 7.6 to minus 22. So keep in mind, we're only looking at like 17 to 20 depth when I'm showing these. So, there's a lot, especially in an endgame, that might not get captured here. But anyway, we're now in the only move category. At depth 17, only move category is horse takes. That's interesting. So why is the pawn good? Why is the pawn so much better? Can't he just run? No, because we get a token. He can't come down. These magic pawns. Ah. And we can do a lot of shenanigans here with these, backed by these, and the knight still is potentially coming in. Okay. But now it's all still good. And boom, Koshiro makes the number one move. Like a rabid dog. Koshiro just coming in for the kill. I don't want to say this with any glee. I don't want to say this with any glee in my heart or anything like that. But checkmating the only move here, only move to just win outright is checkmating the rook. Hey, virtual medical doctor Ayaka, good to see you. So this is a position that I would play this position very well. I would play this position very well. You could argue that there are some positions that I may play better than Koshiro. This is one of them. I would play this position very well. Because it's takes. It's takes, make the token. So this is a position that I'm good at. I'm going to guess that Koshiro read a mate that isn't there. Wow. Now it's fallen apart. Maybe it was all fine anyway. Maybe it was just low depth. Maybe this again is an artifact of low depth. Engine just not, like the engine is not getting very high in depth. You know, I'm not throwing many CPUs at it. So like a lot of these, in these type positions, it's really getting caught up at the depth 17. Oh. Stylish. Wait, no, that's not stylish. That's not stylish. That's not stylish. The game, it's that brought the game back to even with an advantage to Sente. Oh, you didn't say silver takes pawn. Oh. Yeah, the rook on 4-1 was never truly in threat. It was never truly. Wow. Man, my heart would be going a mile a minute right now. My heart's going a mile a minute right now, and I'm not even playing, and I know who won. This is so right now, those middle game positions I said is the hardest thing to do. These positions are even harder. Because you know you had a win. You know you had a win, and you know that you gave up the win. And now your position is very difficult. To be able to focus and still maintain a high quality moves is crazy. Like we are now in a Shogi Wars sprint position. We're now in a Shogi Wars sprint position, and it's going to be who blunders first. Amazing. At 10 seconds, yeah, 10 seconds is brutal. And this was the blunder. And miraculously, Koshiro just pounced on it. And now it's back to winning. Let's find it. Let's find it. Let's find it. So king takes. King takes. If king takes, we promote. Is that fast enough? Want to see a game you played with another Tudan? Sure. Does the opponent have mate? Like, is this Sumero? It has to be, right? It has to be. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. Because we have pawns. The bishop drop. Every square is protected for the bishop drops. Every square is protected for the only square that they could drop in are these two, and that's easily parried. Well, and the dragon will be here. So it'll actually be just this. You have a middle king castle? It was safe? I mean, you've got these guys, but they have so many pieces. They have so many pieces that once you're up here, this feels terrifying. What do you mean by a middle king? What do you mean by a middle king castle? Like, do you mean that these guys, like, so you own these squares, you double own these squares, you triple own these squares, you own this square. So let's you double own these, you single own these. He doesn't have a good foothold. It feels like this pawn is a good foothold, but you double defend these. Because, yeah. All right, so you pushed it. You dropped it. He came forward, which is taking, I guess, was the best move. So take the best move. Takes the best move. And now only move is what I discussed. Crazily. Only move is this. None of these moves are easy. None of these moves are easy for the opponent to find. So, like, if he does this, we run, and there's just nothing. There's just nothing. Yeah, there's, now this is not quite double. Yeah, it is. It's double. It's double still. It's still double taken. Okay. So what did he do? He did take. He did. Oh no, he didn't. No, he didn't. Oh, okay. Well, this is good too. I mean, this is not the move. So he didn't take. He didn't take. So this is good. Didn't take with the didn't make the dragon. This is still great. This is still great. Take. Wait, what? What? Oh. If he takes, we get the gold drop. He has to run down. And then we get the dragon. That's not a dragon. That's not a dragon. All right, well, he takes. We drop the gold. He runs. The knight is the key. The knight is okay. So this is I probably would have visualized that at the moment, but I couldn't visualize that far when it was when Gojira made the move. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh man, what a game! 148 moves of 10-second high-intensity shogi against a 7-dan player. Absurd. I want to know who this is. I'm going to look it up. I'm going to look him up. I want to see Is there any way, like, I guess if they're in a Kishidan, with a default avatar, wow. Kishidan, type moon. Okay, Japanese. Amazing. 3 Dan also 3 Dan in 3 minute. Yeah, I mean also 7 Dan in 3 minute. Yikes. Look at this. 22 and 2. So he's going 22 and 2 and he's essentially losing rating. Losing rating. Yikes. It's a tough life. It's a tough life up at the top. It's a tough life up at the top. How good is their Kishidan? Are we in a are we in a better Kishidan? Yes. Yes. So not only did Koshiro beat him over the board, Koshiro is also in a better Kishidan. So all around incredible. Wait, what's first in daily mean? What's first in daily? Koshiro is first in daily? The daily score? Or Phoenix is? Oh, nice. Oh, both for Donkyu and for this. I mean, daily right now is either 3 or 4 hours, so it's still a little early. Still a little early. I think daily started 3 hours ago. Awesome game. Oh man. There are default profile. There are default avatars. There's a huge set of there's a huge set of default avatars that are available to you if you actually there's a huge set of default avatars that are available, but especially if you pay. Yeah, what time is it in Tokyo? It is. Oh, it's 6 a.m. But they start at 3 a.m. Their day restarts at 3. The Shogi Wars day. What do you mean? How do you get a non-default one? You have to play in events and do well in events. So let me bring up Shogi Wars. Let me bring up Shogi Wars, and I'll switch to a Shogi Wars scene, even though it still says 3-Minute Tuesday. You know, ignore the 3-Minute Tuesday. So, you know, I've got all these pros. The originals are what, like, when you pay, you have access to all these sort of generic avatars. And I think you have access to some of these as a free player as well, to many of these. So, like, here's that generic avatar, or that default, like, sort of stock avatar. I like it. It's a good avatar. Don't get me wrong. Alan Avatar, a flashy man with a gambler's temperament. He is extremely cool-headed and precise in his decisions. Yes. But to get avatars, you have these events, these daily events, or events. Some of them have, so here's Midsummer, I don't know what this is. Midsummer Bullet King Championship. This starts, it's 1 day, closed tournament. So I'm guessing it's closed. Kishin is allowed? So I'm gonna guess it's open. It's closed. Oh, it's a closed event. Oh, you have to join. Okay. So it's I have 200 some Keishins. Okay, this is a 1 hour event. It's a 1.5 hour Midsummer Bullet King Championship. It is on the 17th of August, which may be the 18th, depending on where you live. It's a closed tournament competed in a 3-minute sudden death format. Who will claim the title of the Midsummer Bullet King? Okay, someone using Keishin is no doubt going to do it. So the champion will receive 40 instructional game tickets. That means that they can play a professional twice. Second place gets 20 tickets, third place gets 10 tickets, and players ranked 4th to 20th will each be awarded 3 tickets. So the thing is, if you win this tournament and you don't use Keishin, you don't need instructional tournament game. You don't need to play pros because you're going to be better than those pros. Like, honestly, if you can win this tournament without Keishin, you are going to be better than the pros that do those teaching games. So it's sort of weird that that is the prize. I guess it's fun to play pros, but anyway. It's a strange award, not even an avatar. Hi, Picari. So here's the Don queue. This is an event that happens, I think, every month, where you are lumped together with other people of your own level, and it lasts usually like a few weeks. What is it? August 11th to the 24th. So it's basically you play the best against and in all your games. All your games, there's no tournament per se. It's just you just play. And if you do better than everyone at your level, you'll get this avatar. It's very difficult to get without Keishin. I would say almost impossible to get without Keishin. This is Watanabe Akira's sensei? Oh, who is it? Who is this? Shoshi? Is that right? Shoshi? Yeah, it's morning in Japan. It is morning in Japan. He is a large school in the Kanto region, so he plays Pokemon? The Kanto region is an area in Pokemon, right? So Shoshi Kazuharu. He's written various, I don't know what a Josho book is, including the famous Tokyo University Shogi series. Also one of the top players in Japan at his hobby, Shang-Chi. Oh, he's a Shang-Chi player. He regularly attends tournaments in China. Awesome. So this is a tournament you very difficult to get. Very difficult to get that one. Here's another one, the Tente. There are more prizes you'll see. So also very difficult to get as someone who is below 3 or 4 Dan. So if you're in the top 100 or whatever, you get, and this is across all players. If you're in the top 100, I think you get this avatar. If you get in the top 5,000th, you get this avatar. And if you get 150 wins during the tournament period, just period, you get this anime. Or this is not a pro, it's just a anime or manga avatar. It lasts, these types of events, they last the entire month. So 150 wins is totally doable. Excuse me. And just to get a sense of this, let me turn the translation off, just so that the formatting works. Just to get a sense of this, let's see what 5,000 the 5,000th place is right now. So 4,000th place is 3.58 Dan. Takes a bit here. I'm clicking. Okay, so like I said, 3 Dan. You've got to be around 3 Dan level to be able to get one of these. Whether that's by hook or by crook, and by crook meaning Kishin. You can definitely do this, but mere mortals can't get these events. So the way that I get my avatars is through the monthly winning streak events. And there is not one running. It usually starts around the 26th or 27th of the month, and it runs for usually, I think, around 4 days. But that's sometimes if you win 5 in a row at that time, you get you get an avatar. If you get one of the highest winning streaks, like I've gotten 2 of these where like usually it takes around 12 or 13 winning streak. And you will get this other top prize avatar. So the top prize avatar is usually a male pro, and the 5 win streak avatar is usually a female pro. And there is a third avatar, which is a non-professional. It's another one of those anime characters. You usually get that for like winning 75 or some number 40, some number during that 4-day period. Yeah. Is there an actual range list of all Shogi Wars players? Yes. Well, the best that we have is ShogiExplained. So if we go here and I'm showing Shogi. Let me switch out. So it's just ShogiExplained. They've got a bunch of apps. Down here on the right, let me get a different. Is this going to show up? This does show up. Okay, on the right in mine, there's this one with the graph. Am I showing it? Yeah, the one with the graph. And in there's the breakdown of all the players. So you see that a Shodan is wait, what? These numbers don't look right. Hold on. These numbers don't look right. Is this openings? Hold on. I need to translate. What am I doing? I'm trying to translate. Why can't I translate this page? Okay. So this is strange. Something has changed. This is new. So maybe we've had a glut of players added. So the mid-range used to be Shodan. Shodan used to be, and this is from a few months ago, Shodan used to be like top 50%. Something like that, like top 51%. Now it's the top 31%. So 31%. And there are 41,000 players at Shodan, 47,000 at 1Q. Looks like 1Q is now the new sort of better than 50% rating, which is kind of amazing. So I guess that means we're getting rank deflation. It feels like we're getting rank deflation. I don't know if that's maybe. Or maybe we're just getting more and more players that are lower. But either way, at 9 Dan, there are 145 players. And keep in mind, this is ShogiExplained, so I don't know if we necessarily have every single player in here. All right, Dim. All right. Have a great day. Great day. Good to see you. 8 Dan, 400 players. 5 Dan. No, Koshiro is 6 Dan. Koshiro is 6 Dan on 3 minute, I want to say. What am I doing? Koshiro is, I think, 6 Dan. That's not Koshiro, that's me. 6 Dan in 3 minute, which is absurd. So what is this? I think this is just all. I think this is all games. So 6 Dan, there are only 2575 of these, at least in Shogi Extend. And they've got a bazillion games in here. So 6 Dan is the top 1.2% of players. 5 Dan is top 2.7%. 4 Dan, or our friend Ornolf is in 4 Dan, top 5.6% of all players, which is, ooh, that's good. Wow, that is good. That is incredible. I bet Ornolf could beat a pro. I bet he could beat one of these pros in 3 minute games. If Transport is here, I'm curious if he knows the relative strength. Because Manao streams. Manao Kagawa, one of the top ladies professionals, she streams on Shogi Wars. Obviously, she's streaming, so that's a when you're streaming, it's I guess for some people it's more than others, but it's harder. And so she's playing, she's trying to entertain. So all the caveats aside, she is 5 Dan in Shogi Wars. And you regularly see her lose games across the time controls, 10 minutes, 10 seconds, 3 minutes. I don't know if she still streams much anymore, but when she did, she played across those time controls. And it was not rare for her to lose against a 3 or 4 Dan. So, and she's one of the top ladies pros there are. So I think Ornolf could absolutely beat one of those, like, Shogi Wars, like the 1Q or the 2Q lady, the 1Q or the Shodan ladies pros who play on Shogi Wars. I think he could definitely win a game. 5.6% is just mind-numbingly high. Hey, Transport, there. So you are there. Most pros don't really care about 3 minute. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But Manao does play it. She does occasionally play it, or at least when she used to stream. And so I think Ornolf could win. The ones who do care are godlike at it. Yeah, that's fair. But either way, these numbers are these are fascinating because, like I said, just months ago, probably 4 to 6 months ago, when we last looked at this, Shodan was the 50% point. Now it's 1Q. Yeah, this is amazing. 3 Dan is basically top 11%. It's like I've said, 3 Dan is godlike. Is as far as I'm concerned, 3 Dan on Shogi Wars is a godlike player. 2 Dan is an incredibly strong player, and that's top 20%. Like, that's a huge. Seeing these numbers now, this is a huge achievement just to get 2 Dan on Shogi Wars, I think. And now I'm starting to really doubt that I could ever get there, because like the idea that I could be top 20% in Shogi Wars seems like a pipe dream. But anyway, I love this site. So let me link it. Sorry for taking so long to link it. Yeah. Pretty much all the Shorikai streamers are 7 Dan plus. Yeah, like you've got people like Baruta, who's the amateur maging now, and they're blistering. They play at a blistering pace, and they're so good. You know, I don't have any. I mean, I'm still amazed enough at the 5 Dans. Like, I watch all those Urshino Ryu channel videos, and it's mind-blowing to me to think that there is this other level that is even like the 7 and 8 Dan players, like they are impenetrable to Urshino Ryu channel. They're essentially impenetrable to him. And that's only 2 ranks. Yeah, that's a 2-rank gap, but there's like a world of difference there. Urashino Sensei himself he's 7 Dan in 3 minute. I think Urashino Sensei is 7 Dan in 3 minute. Let me just check my friends list. He's on my friends list. He's one of my friends. I have so many friends. Look at all these friends I have. Manao is one of my friends. Killer Ducky. We've got two Duckies in the top 4 of my friends list. They're my friends. No big deal. I've got so many friends. I'm really cool. I'm really cool and popular, as you can see by my friends list on Shogi Wars. Okay, here he is. He's 7 Dan in 3 minute, 7 Dan in sprint, 6 Dan in 10 second, and 6 Dan in 10 minute. Unbelievable. Unbelievable how good this is. You know, the inventor of the greatest opening known to... in the history of Shogi, the greatest opening. His favorite tactics, though, are Kimura Mino and double swinging rook. Ah! I mean, his best tactics, I should say. His best tactics. His favorite, of course, is Urashino Ryu. But his best tactic has become double swinging rook. He does opposing rook now. He does opposing rook. You know, where in situations where I play Torizashi, he will often play opposing rook. He also streams at 360p, and I don't know why he does, but it always cracks me up. To enter Shorikai, the parents pay 5. That's a lot of zeros. What is that? Is that 500,000 yen? 500,000 yen in advance, so it's only that. Well, well, I don't know about only that. They have to be good. 500,000 yen, and they have to be very good. Like, I would pay that, right? If I could, no, I still wouldn't pay it. I still wouldn't pay it to enter Shorikai. I would just enter Shorikai and get destroyed. But maybe they haven't seen Urashino Ryu much, and maybe I catch them off guard. Yeah. Well, hockey equipment. Hockey isn't expensive. I had a friend who was when I was growing up in Cleveland. I had a friend who was a high level youth hockey player, and yeah, they spent a lot of money on equipment and travel and just fees. Hockey is one of those extremely expensive sports for kids, at least in the United States it is. I want to say that it's probably the most expensive sport for kids. without much thought, I would guess that hockey is the most expensive sport for American parents. So anyway, yeah, we've got that. Really cool. I love this site. Again, ShogiExplained. The work that he is doing, I say he because I think it is one guy. The work that he is doing is amazing. And constantly growing it. Oh, look at this. So this is the detail, whatever this means. So he's got a different graph here. Double click to zoom back out. Okay. This is, yeah, so in visual form, we see, and the various time controls. Okay. So I'm going to double click. Here's 10 minutes. So here's 10 minutes. We see the peak is at 1Q. Is this showing up on stream? This is not quite showing up on stream. Let me get a different layout here. Is this better? Is this going to show a little more? I'm not showing the I'm not able to get the what am I trying to say? I'm not able to get the legend, like the bottom portion of the graph. But take my word for it. This is 1Q. Oh, and it shows when you hover. Nice. So 10-minute 1Q, 17,704 players, and 14%. Wait, what? 14%? What does the 14% mean? I think just 14% of the players are 1Q. This is not like, they're not the top 14%. So Shodan is now on the bottom end. Like this has really changed over the past 6 months. Shodan is now higher. So I don't know if we got rank deflation, or I would suspect not, because Shogi Wars, it's hard to derank. So I would suspect that we're not getting deflation as much as we are getting an influx of players, an influx of lower level players, and that's amazing. So anyway, so we're there. So that's 10-minute. So I think we'll shift over for my guess is we're going to shift over a bit for 3-minute. And it does slightly shift over. It does slightly shift over, slightly. Where Shodan is now sort of, it's still near that sort of peak. It's a very difficult time control, especially for new players. And then we add 10-second. This is a great visualization. Kudos to these people. 10-second. So my claim has always been that the 10-second is harder to a certain extent to get there, but I think that's maybe wrong. I think it's definitely wrong. Even in my own experience, it's wrong because I struggled most with 3-minute. But it's about the same graph as the 3-minute. Interestingly, sort of. But there are not many lower level players that play 10-second. You have to, 10-second. You have to win on the board. You absolutely, like, there is no way to game it as far as I know. You have to win on the board. And so, especially at the higher levels, if you watch any like Sugar or Shodan 7, I think they both make videos of them playing 10-second. Those games are incredible. They're just so good. Like we reviewed Kojiro's game today. That was 130 some moves or 100, a lot of moves of just incredible shogi. The peak at 10 minute is 1Q now. This used to be Shodan. This used to be Shodan. I don't know if that's multi-accounters. It has always been 1Q for 10 minutes. Oh, maybe I've been looking too much at the consolidated levels. But I had thought that Shodan was only the top 51%. I mean, I had thought that in the old days, like 6 months ago, I thought that Shodan was only, I thought Shodan was over here and it was like the top 51% of players. Now it's the top 31% of players, which is much higher than I would have expected. Makes me feel good, but you're surprised to see 2Q closing in on 1Q? Yeah. Like, I don't seem to remember this being ever so close. I wonder what accounts for this. If it's multi-accounters or if we're getting in a glut of players. And a lot of people get clogged in the 2 in 1Q range. Because it is that bit of Elo hell. So sometimes, like in the old days, I would say that like 1Q, you could be a 1Q player and legitimately be 3 Dan or 2 Dan on 81 Dojo. I know multiple instances of this where a player is 3 Dan or 2 Dan and they're only a 1Q Shogi Wars player. And I think there might even be some instances of them being 2Q because they're just not willing to do that grind. Maybe the existing 1Qs are demoting. Maybe. I don't know. I like, is there really deflation? I don't think so. I don't think so yet. Not unless they change the rules. I don't think they've changed the rules. The demotion rules. They had that tweet a few weeks ago where they were where that's where I learned that it takes 500 losses at the rank once you hit 0% to demote. They had that poll asking for different options of demotion. And unfortunately, I think the option that won, people were saying that when you hit 0, you should demote. I think that was the most popular option. And I don't want that. I want to be able to safely keep mine for a while. Yeah. So funny stuff. Funny stuff. Oh, by the way, speaking of ShogiExplained, just want to show again. We've talked about the number of tags. Like they have tagged the heck out of games now. So if you want to find, and it's unfortunate it's not in Japanese, it's not in English, but like here's Nakabisha. If you want to just see the Nakabishas, you filter on the Nakabishas. It's like here we go, and they're all gonna have Nakabisha. It's so good. It changes the tag. 500 losses seems insane. It's a lot of losses. It is a lot of losses. So my hope would be that when I get to the 500 loss mark as a Shodan, my hope would be that I've improved and I've improved enough such that I won't fear be demoting, getting to 0. But it's not that many. Really, when you think about it, like I play over 1,000 games. I play 2,000 plus games on Shogi Wars in a year. And so, in a year, I am maybe even in 6 to 9 months, I might get my 500 losses. But, hopefully I'll have improved. Pikara, you played Shogi Wars only twice by your friend's cell phone? So your friend has 2, like, big wins. Is your friend good? Let's go back to the Shogi here. Anyway, gosh, I am out of water. I'm so dry. I'm so dry. These talking streams really get me. I'm dry, and I think I'm mentally shot. I think the Shogi Club 24 games nowadays, they are the most exhausting games I play, including games over the board. Including 10-minute Shogi on Shogi Wars. I think those Shogi Club 24s are just mentally exhausting to me. He's a very attractive person. You respect him? Okay. Well, that's the most... It's more important that he's a very attractive person. It's more important than being a high level in Shogi. So, that's very good. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Anyway, all right. Well, that's going to do it for me. I'm going to go get some water. I'm going to rest my throat. I still need to decide what's going to happen for the podcast next week. I'm hoping I can get someone to do an interview, but the problem is my interview schedule is my availability for interviews in the next week is pretty low. And someone I was planning on interviewing also has some low availability. So we'll see. Well, no, I don't know his schedule, and he doesn't want to do the video. He doesn't do the video. So these are at least for the short term. These are non-negotiables for what I'm trying to do with those interviews. Like I want to try to show. I want to put a light on the community and this in-person aspect of our shogi, Western shogi world. And for me, anyway, that currently involves names and faces and whatnot. So I'm sure maybe over time I'll relax that, but for now, I think that's the kind of vibe I'm trying to give. Anyway. So that's it. I will take off for now. Tomorrow is Friday, and where I normally play 10-second games, and I love those streams. Those are some of the most fun streams I think I do, for me anyway. But I've got 2 appointments tomorrow. I've got one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So it's going to depend on how they go, whether or not I'm going to be able to find a window to be able to stream in. So if there's a car appointment, there's a doctor appointment, and in the middle there is hopefully going to be some shogi time. But we'll see. It'll be a game time decision. So thank you, everybody. I will see you soon. Enjoy your shogi. Thank you so much for hanging out and for chatting and just talking about this stuff and for helping. And that's it. So thanks. Take care. See you soon. Bye.